This video is for solving equations, and we're also writing equations from word problems again. So just to review, remember when you're doing these, you're going to type them into y equals. And so for this first one here, I would do 2x plus 5, and then below it, I would do 3x minus 7. And you're going to graph those. And then second, trace 5, and enter 3 times. Oh, I did not put something in right. Let me look. I didn't put an x in. So 2x plus 5. Okay, that looks better. So here I get x equals 12. Okay, so when you do parentheses, so 2 times 2x minus 1, and then below it we would do 3 times 3x plus 2. And so make sure you close in parentheses if you open them. And then once it's graphed, second, trace 5, we get x equals negative 1.6. So remember on these, when you do see the parentheses, you might want to check them out, because on this next one, if we put it in like it is, 2 times x plus 2, and then we do 2x minus 5. You'll notice that when you graph it, that these lines are perfectly parallel. And so if you would distribute this 2, you would see that the equation is 2b plus 4 equals 2b minus 5. So remember, if your slope is the same, but your y-intercept is different, those are parallel lines, so there is going to be no solution. So on this bottom one here, we have 5 plus 2, open parentheses, x plus 4, and then below it, 5 times x minus 3 plus 10. I get x equals 6. And then this last one, if you type it in, if you want to go ahead and pause the video and try it and see if you're going to get the same thing. This one's going to be x equals 14. All right, so word problems. So it says Tyreek and Demarius are starting a nutrition program. Tyreek currently consumes 1,200 calories a day and will increase that number by 100 calories each day. Demarius is consuming 3,230 calories a day and will decrease that number by 190 each day. So my tip for these is to use 2 different colors. So Tyreek is my first guy, so he's going to be one side of the equation. He's going to be one color. So 1,200 calories a day, and then he's going to increase by 100 calories each day. And then my next guy is Demarius, and he's starting at 3,230 calories a day, and he's going to decrease by 190 each day. So on this equation, I kind of changed it just to make it simpler. So 1,200 is going to be our starting point, and so Tyreek is increasing, so we would add 100 calories per day. Per or each is a multiplication word, so that's where my x is going to go. And then Demarius is starting at 3,230, but he's decreasing by 190 each day. So again, that's my multiplication word. So once you write your equation, you can use your calculator. Oh, sorry, guys. And put this in, graph it. This one is a tough one to graph because the numbers are so big. But you may have to zoom out a lot or reset your window several times. You get this one too, where you can see the intersection and you still may not be able to see the intersection really good. We're going to go ahead and try it. Second trace 5. No, we didn't do something right. I see what I did. Should be plus. I apologize. Now let's try it. I get x equals 7. So that means after 7 days, they will be eating the same amount of calories. So number 7 is another one of the perimeter problems. This time your triangle's a little bit more complicated. So the perimeter of the triangle is going to go on one side and the perimeter of the rectangle will go on the other side. So I've already set this equation up. So 4x plus 2 plus 3x plus 3x plus 8. So that would be the perimeter of your triangle. For your rectangle, you have to do each side twice. So x plus 2x plus 13 plus 2x plus 13. And again, you can simplify this down by combining like terms, or you can type it in your calculator as is, and you will get x equals 16. So on this next one, we've got more word problems. So again, I always advise the use of 2 colors. So Family Video charges $10 for a monthly membership and $2.50 per movie. Babes Movie charges $12. So Babes are second, $12 membership and $2 per movie. So I've got 2 questions here. It says, how many movies must be rented before the price is the same of both stores? And what is the cost? So the first thing that you need to do is to write the equation. So $10 is monthly. So no matter what, you're going to pay $10. So that's your starting amount. So one side of your equation is going to be $10 and is a plus word. So $10 plus $2.50 per movie. Per is your multiplication word here. And then Babes is a $12 membership, so no matter what, you're going to pay $12 and, or plus, $2 per movie, so plus 2x. Again, you can type this into your calculator to solve these. And so I would have 10 plus 250x, and then the other side of my equation would be 12 plus 2x. Now on this one, I'm going to zoom in quite a bit because I've zoomed out a lot. So second trace 5, and I get x equals 4. Now that's one question. So that means how many movies must be rented before the price is the same? So once you rent 4 movies, the price at Family and Babes is going to be the same. The second question is, what is the cost? So to calculate that, you're going to have to plug this in to one of the sides of your equation. So you would have to do 10 plus 250 times 4. And that would give you the cost. And so both sides should equal the same thing when you plug that x in. And that's one way that you can check to make sure your x value is right. So after 4 movies, it's going to cost $20 at both places. All right, for the next one, Showplace Lanes charges $4.50 per game, as well as $3 for shoe rental. Westgate Bowling charges $4 per game and $4 for shoe rental. So my equation here is going to be 450x, so $4.50 per game, plus 3, so the $3 for the shoes, equals 4x, so 4 per game, plus $4 for shoe rental. So if we solve this one in our calculator, we're going to get x equals 2. Again, you've got a second question here that says, what is the cost? So you've got to work this problem twice, and you've got to plug your x value in. So what I'm doing is I'm putting this 2 in here for the x, and then plus 3. So it would cost $12. I don't have time in the video to do the last one, so here are the answers if you would like to work through it and see if you get the same. So that is it for this video.